Hello, everybody. How's it going, my peoples? Good evening, and happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to everybody. Thank you so very much for tuning in tonight. How's it going? So, you all, tonight, I have a very interesting story bringing on to the stage. So, one of the things I encourage people, you all who are watching, is to please share the live. One of the reasons for me choosing to bring this live, and we've had similar stories, is to bring awareness to these type of stories and really for us to get to the bottom of them, because I've been through that system and I learned something completely different. This does not happen to this type of people. This does not happen to that type of people. However, you all know, being the face of life in Haiti, I get all sorts of phone calls from people and get different stories. So as I learn about different stories myself, definitely have to share it. So share it with others, you all. I'm not going to hold the stage too much on me, because I want this to be an hour of something different. So let's bring on the guests. And thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you. Hello, my brother. How's it going?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Do you have better? Okay. Do you kind of have a little bit better lightning so we can see? Okay. We could see you somewhat. The lightning is dark, but it's okay. Um, please introduce yourself to the audience. Let us know something. Introduce yourself to the audience and tell the audience something about yourself.
Hi, okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Irene Telemac. Um, I'm a Haitian, and I was deported back in 2011. I spent 22 years in the States. As a, I was wrongly deported back in 2011. So I've been here like 10 months. I mean 10 years now. So it's been a long 10 years, and it's like hell over here in Haiti and stuff. So
Mhm.
you know, uh, I don't know. Is you want to ask you a few questions?
You don't worry about the questions just yet. We want to hear you talk, and I'm listening before we actually start conversing. So you could speak and let us know what it's been like. And anyways, just so I'll guide you somewhat, because I know it's your first time doing this.
right,
Um, you say you've been in Haiti for about 10 years. You were returned back in 2011.
right.
Let me ask, give us a little bit of your background before 2011, which led to you coming into Haiti, as far as some of your background before we get into the actual story, because this is something many people are gonna, I know we're gonna have different comments, because we know that some of the things which are being claimed, if it is true, then you were wrongly deported. What led up to your deportation? How did you get to America?
Okay. I came to America August 2nd, 1990. My dad, the one when came to Haiti and come get me, my brother, and my sister. It was three of us. So I was young. I was like 12 years old, going on 13, and my dad was already a citizen. So by law, I was supposed to be derive citizenship. For some reason, I didn't know. I didn't fill out no papers. So make a long story short, I was in the States for like 22 years. Like I said, I was young and dumb, got in trouble, running around the streets, got in trouble a couple of times. I ended up got deported, and I was trying to explain to the people that I'm a U.S. citizen. It's just that I didn't fill out I didn't go get my certificate, and they still deport me back to Haiti for some
Mm.
reason. They deport me back to Haiti. I was trying to fight my case, and I mean, I don't know why. I woke up one morning. They told me you got to get on this plane. So next thing I know, I was in Haiti, and it's been a rough 10 years for me.
Mm.
No, I'm not supposed to be deported because by law, if you look at the law, by law, I'm a U.S. citizen. I derived citizenship through my dad. My dad is a U.S. citizen since 1988. I went to the state in 1990. 1988, I was 11 years old. 1990, I went to the States. So I did middle school, I did high school. I was under my dad custody for all these times. I was under my dad custody. My mom died in Haiti. My mom never made it to the United States. All I knew was my stepmom and my daddy. That's the only person
Wow.
I knew in my life. As I grew up in the house, it was all I was seeing is my stepmom and my dad. So I was living with my dad for like, I mean, before until I turned like 19 or 20, you got to get out the house. You got to do your own thing. So I moved out the house. So I got in trouble in 1997. I got in trouble. They didn't do nothing to me in 1997. So I ended up getting in trouble later on. That's when they say I have an immigration hold. So immigration sent me back to Haiti, and I was trying to explain to them that I'm a U.S. citizen, and by law I am a U.S. citizen, and anybody could look at it. I have my green card, my resident card. I renew it twice. So your green card. In order for you to have a green card, they give you a green card for 10 years. So I have two green cards. My first one expired, and now I have another one. So I had two green cards. So that I was there for like 20 years.
Mm. So you mentioned you had two green cards.
Yeah, the first one was expired because the first one was for 10 years, I believe, and I had another
Hmm.
one for 10 years. It was getting expired too.
They give it to us, I think, for a total of 12 years. So how old were you when you traveled into the US?
I was 13, I was 12, going on 13.
And your father, he is who sponsored you from Haiti to the US, correct?
Yeah, he went and get me from the U.S. I'm from Haiti.
Wow, this is crazy. So, and you have all the paperwork. One of the things I've been through that process, and immigration pretty much they come in, look at your file, and give you a personality profile. For others who are watching who's been through this deportation process, did they in the profile was your father listed on there as your father, and that's who had brought you into the US, sponsored it? Please
Yes,
share the live, you all. One second. Please share the live with others. If we can get this man some type of legal assistance, because a lot of the times we hear the stories, you all, and it would mean the world to make a difference in somebody's life through life in Haiti. I know during my incarceration period, I met a lot of people that said they were not guilty of what they were there for. We took it lightly, and years later, I had a chance to watch a group of people who spent many years struggling behind walls and were exonerated, were innocent, were falsely accused. Okay. So just because we are hearing his story, let's not just assume this is like another Sony Raymond. This is not just another. story, let's share it with people. And those of you all who are watching, maybe who are able to get in contact with this young man and see what you could do, or who may know somebody that knows somebody. Could this genuinely had happened? Could the US have legally deported someone who was not supposed to be deported because they have a legal US citizen parent? May I ask you, um, your mother, her having never traveled to the US, do you think that had something to do with it, that they lean more towards your mother? Because we know the disparity at times at being Haitian and coming out of Texas. There's not many Haitians in Texas, at least that wasn't in that situation. But I noticed whenever it came to dealing with Haitians that got themselves caught up in the criminal justice system, whether you were citizens or not, it did not matter. The number one thing they want to do with us is send us back. Do you
Exactly.
think it could have had something to do with your mother? And have you been in contact with your mother here
To
in
be honest,
Haiti?
my mom is passed away. I don't know my mom.
Wow.
I'm trying to explain the judge. I'm trying to explain to everybody, the judge, that I don't know my mother. I do not know my mom. I grew up with my stepmom in United States. See, what happened is my mom was like, when I get the story about my mom was crazy. Somebody put voodoo on my mom, and she was one of the people that was crazy. And then my mom passed away. My mom is dead. I don't know my mother.
Mhm. Wow. That is so crazy. So may I ask, your father still alive? Is he able to assist you through this process that you are trying to get done? Is your father able to assist you? And I'm coming, my audience. I'm coming on in the audience. I see I got comments. I'm coming. Um, is your father still alive? Is your father able to assist you in this process?
Okay, now my dad is still in the United States, and because the simple fact that my dad is old, my dad is sick, but he's still alive. My dad is sick and is old. My dad only could do so much, and when I be trying to explain it to him, I have to go through my sister to go through my dad. My dad doesn't have a phone. So everything I do, I go through my sister. So my little sister, the one helping me to get to my dad. So as far as the paperwork for my dad, I could get that. But as far as like my dad to go look for a lawyer for me to do this, do that, it's not physically, it's not stable enough because he's old. My dad is in a nursing home.
Let me ask you, this may be something personal, okay? And I've been through the same process. So you don't need to be ashamed just because I'm the creator of Life in Haiti at any time, okay? What were you charged with? What led to your deportation?
I have a few cell charge, possession charge, and an armed robbery, a principal armed robbery. I have four charges: cell charge, possession charge, and a principal armed robbery.
Were all these offenses at once, were they all committed at one time or at different times?
At different times.
And each time you were released from immigration.
No, I was released from jail. I never went to immigration each time.
And when they released you, why did they release you? If you never went through immigration on your paperwork during your incarceration, your past incarceration, were you a resident on your paperwork or were you named a US citizen on your paperwork?
That I can't tell you. I don't remember. That I can't tell you. There I don't remember they was asking me them type of questions when I went to jail. It's only like when you go to court. Like let's say for instance you went to court and then you plead guilty, and then the judge only tell you that if you're not a citizen you could be deported. But I mean, I never like why anytime I get arrested, I never seen the paperwork that say I'm a citizen or I'm a resident. They ain't never. I mean, they
They
don't.
don't ask you that coming in as your profile. They ask
No,
you, what do you identify yourself as? White, black, Indian, other. They
I
don't
just put
ask you. You just put black.
black. Yes,
Okay,
it's not black
okay,
Haitian.
okay. Okay, so let's go in the audience a little bit before we go on. Oswald J. Bien-aimé, pronounce it. Bien-aimé. Bien-aimé. Good evening, Marie. How are you? I saw this subject matter. U.S. citizens can't be deported to Haiti, but certain U.S. nationals can. There is a difference between the two. Certain U.S. nationals can. Have you ever looked into the difference between the two, what can lead to you being deported? So let's keep moving, as I know my peoples, they probably have some information. And you all please share as far as what certain nationals can. Share the information. And I have we'll continue in a minute. Mr. Jean, my brother says, good evening, Marie. Yes, your citizenship can be taken away based on what you did. Wow, I didn't know that. I was under the impression that no US citizens could be deported. So your US citizenship has conditions to it. Wow, hello, hello, my brother, Haitian Warrior King. How's it going? My sister Arlene, Kay, how's it going? Hold on a second. Uh, John Jasmine says, even if you have USA nationalized, if you broke the law, they would deport you. He was not a U.S. citizen. He thought he was. He's mistaken. However, you all, even though he was not born in the U.S., it is a proven fact that if you have naturalized parents that was naturalized before you turn the age of 18, then you are entitled to automatically have citizenship. That is the law, okay? Just as if your child is born in the US, whether you are legal or illegal, that child automatically claims citizenship because they were born on the US soil. So, what changed for your situation is really, really what I would like to see if we can get to the bottom of it. Have you ever appealed your case to immigration?
Okay, I'm working on it now. I'm working on it. I have this. It was this Chinese dude, Asian dude. I was in immigration with. So I keep in contact with him. He used to tell me, man, you're a citizen. You're a citizen, man. You're a citizen. He keep telling me that every time, man. Look, you're a citizen, man. You're a citizen. So I keep in contact with him after I got deported, and he gave me and him. We been chit chat a little bit. He gave me some knowledge and telling me what I need to do to get to derive citizenship to my dad because I am a citizen. That's what he keep telling me.
That you are a citizen through your father. Now, one of the things we know that many Haitian parents at times, and you all don't take this wrong, may not have shared correct information. Now, are you sure that your father became a U.S. citizen before you turned the age of 18? Are you
Of
sure
course,
he was a U.S. citizen when you traveled into Haiti?
my dad have a citizenship certificate, and on the certificate it said 1988. I was still in Haiti when my dad was a citizen. 2 years later, that's when my dad came and picked me up.
Wow, this is crazy. So you all, can you really be deported with having citizenship claim? That is the truth. Many of you all who follow me are foreigners who have children which traveled into America with you. So even share some of this live with some of the young children, okay? Especially Haitian children who were brought into America by Haitian naturalized parents. You got a young man who have every right to claim citizenship, was picked up by his naturalized U.S. citizen father from Haiti. However, even that could not save him from being returned to Haiti. That could not save him from being returned. So there's a lesson learned here, you all. Be careful what you do, because trouble is so easy to get into and very hard to get out of. It is not that easy to get out of it. Mr. Seal says it sounded like he was supposed to obtain his citizenship through his father, but they never signed the paperwork. If that is the case, he never legally get citizenship. So did your father in his young age, did he ever share with you petit moi te sien moi meto nan papier, did he ever share with you that he put you in the paperwork, as far as his citizenship? I know in Houston, when our parents, people go through that process, they add the kids who are brought in from Haiti into the paperwork. Did he ever name you as one of his children on his naturalized paperwork? Because that could play a part also.
Well, I can't answer that question, but what I can assume is if my dad was a citizen in '88 and he came and got me in 1990, I went to the state legally. So what I'm saying is he had to fill out some paperwork to say, okay, this is my son, and I'm bringing him to the states.
Okay, but him saying that you are his son after he had filed the paperwork, okay? He had already claimed his naturalized citizenship. So he had already shared certain information with the US Immigration, Custom Immigration, ICE, right? Did he
Right.
add you into that? Was your name in that paperwork as one of his minor child?
I didn't see the paperwork, so I won't be able to tell you. I mean, my dad didn't. My dad like okay, my dad like didn't tell me that he put my name, but what I'm saying, you gotta understand what I'm saying. I didn't have a I never asked my dad that questions, but what I'm assuming is if if he went to Haiti 2 years after his citizenship to pick me up, to come get me, to bring me to the United States. So I'm assuming that he did some type of paperwork to bring me in the United States. You just can't go get somebody in Haiti and bring them to the United States. You have to fill out some type of paperwork saying that okay, this is my son, and I want to bring him to the States. He can't. What I'm saying is anybody in the United States just can't go to Haiti and pick somebody up in Haiti and bring them to the United States. It's
Yes,
going.
hold on a second. I'll speak a little bit. Anyone can pick someone up from Haiti. However, it doesn't give anyone coming out of Haiti citizenship rights. That's the difference. So let me ask you, at what age did this happen? At what age did you face deportation? 22?
What I all I was when I got deported.
Yes.
Oh, I was in the 30, 31, 32.
Okay. So between that time, what process were you in as far as in your legal status? How did you work in between the time where you weren't in trouble? How were you able to prove who you are legally in the US? Simple things such as maybe going to the hospital when they asked what's your status? What did you know about your personal status?
I had a green card. I was
Okay.
a permanent.
So mhm.
I was a
I'm
permanent resident. I was a permanent resident. See, when I was on the streets, I didn't know nothing about the law. It's when I got in the immigration and I'm start reading the books and I'm start learning about the law and I see that I think it was like the 320 applied to me, the right citizenship to my dad, cause
who did? Who applied for you?
no, listen what I'm saying. I learned about the law when I got to immigration. When I was out on the streets, I didn't know about the law, about immigration law. I learned in immigration about the law. So now when I was reading up the law, the 320, I to 320, I derived citizenship. In order for you to derive citizenship, it's got to be one or two of your parents is citizen before you turn 18 and reside in the United States for like 5 years. And
Yes. See, but I'm sorry.
all that applied to me. What I'm saying is I was I, my dad was a U.S. citizen when I was 11. He brought me in when I was 13. So I did 5 years under my dad's custody. Remember, my mom, I don't know my mom. My mother, I don't know her. She's not here. She never made it to the United States. So I can't speak up on my mom. From 13 till like 33, I was in the United States. I never knew my mom. My mom passed away before I turned 18. I don't know my mom. I was so young. I don't know my mother. I only know my dad. I grew up with my dad and my stepmother in the house, and my sister and my brother. My mom never make it to the United States. So
Okay. So let me ask you, in your 30s, knowing you had a residency card, when you
right.
went in, did it ever cross your mind? Because I use myself for an example. I remember the last time I went in to renew my residency, my father telling me, file for your citizenship, okay? Because I was already 19. He was in the process of getting his citizenship, so I could not be included in that paperwork. Did it ever cross your mind while you were renewing your residency card to share that information with immigration that I should not be coming here to renew my residency because I already should be able to have citizenship through my naturalized father?
I didn't know nothing. I didn't, like I said, I didn't know nothing about the law.
Well,
No, I did
okay,
not know.
okay. Mr. Gene Moslin says if your family not bringing you in with a U.S. passport, or if you're not filing for the certificate after 18 years old or 21, you no longer will benefit that certificate. Therefore, you still a resident. So when you came into from Haiti, him being a U.S. citizen, and this is gonna hit close to home personally for me too. So when your father came and picked you up, you traveled out of Haiti. Did you leave Haiti with a U.S. passport? Because since he is a U.S. passport, you should automatically leave with a U.S. passport.
No,
Did you have that?
I had a Haitian passport. See, see now you off because remember, by law it said you have to be resigned in the United States for 5 years in order for you to derive the citizenship. You have to be under the U.S. custody parents for 5 years. So we're a permanent resident. See, all this, I'm going by the law. I learn it, I read it over and over and over and over. I got it like in the back of my head. The law says that you have, in order for you to derive the citizenship, it's the 320. One of your parents have to be a citizen. You have to be under the U.S. citizen parent custody for 5 years before you turn 18 with a permanent as a permanent resident. So I can't just leave Haiti and come to the United States with a U.S. passport. No, I'm not a U.S. citizen yet because I did not reside in the United States. You have to reside in the United States according to the law.
Wow. Well, from my understanding of the law, okay, because recently I read a story. I also was familiar with the story where a young man who is a U.S. citizen came to Haiti to pick up a child he had in Haiti. And when he picked up that child automatically traveled with a U.S. passport. Automatic. That was not a question because she is underage and her father is a U.S. citizen. So that's what's contradictory there. Was your dad a U.S. citizen, my brother, then at the time, or was he himself still
No,
a
see,
permanent resident holder?
when I was born, my dad was not a citizen. See, there's two different cases now. The example that you just gave, the person had a baby in Haiti, but he was already a citizen when the baby before the baby was born. He was already a citizen. Now he had a citizen baby in Haiti. He went and picked it up with the passport. That's two different cases because my
Okay.
dad, when I was born, my dad was not a U.S. citizen. My dad a U.S. citizen when I turned 11. So therefore, he can't come with me with the U.S. citizen passport because before I was when I before I be, when I was born, my dad was not when I was born, my dad was not a U.S. citizen. My dad become a U.S. citizen when I came when I was 11. So it's two different stories, two different cases. See now you
Okay.
for U.S. citizen parents, if somebody American went to Haiti and have a kid, and 9 months later the kid is born, automatically you just go get the passport. But when I was born, my dad was not a U.S. citizen. My dad become a U.S. citizen when I turned 11.
Okay. So that changed the course of things because he was not a birth citizen. He was a naturalized citizen.
It was a
But
natural.
once he became naturalized, you have the same right as a birth certificate, as someone who was born in America. You have that same right legally.
You got to look at the law. See, I'll go back to the law again. It say you have to be a permanent resident and live under the U.S. citizen parents for 5 years. See, you got to stay in the law. It's the law. I can't make the law. I'm going
Okay,
by the
so
law.
I'm gonna let you speak, my brother. Sorry for interrupting you, but one of the things
That's okay.
we have Yakizo that says he's supposed to pass the citizenship test. So 1 second. You all have 98 watching. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you've yet to become a subscriber to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button. It's free. Continue to share the live. Kindly give the live a like. Thank you so much for tuning in. For you all who may have information on what's being said, let's search some information, share if you can assist, because if this is really true, it will be a blessing to be able to get assistance to this young man. Let's look at it from a heart of God. Let's not assume that somebody is you know not knowing what they're talking about, because he could very well be knowing what he's talking about, or maybe things very well needs to be clarified. Yakizo says he's supposed to pass the citizenship test, That means after the 5, hold on, you mentioned about deriving citizenship, right? And you're supposed to resign with your U.S. citizen parents for 5 years. Now, what is the rules and what are you supposed to do after resigning there for 5 years?
Okay, in order for you to derive citizenship, I'm gonna say it one more time. In order for you to derive citizenship, one of your parents have to be a citizen. You have to be a permanent resident for 5 years and live under the custody of the citizen parents before the age of 18.
You have to be in the custody of the U.S. citizen parent before the age of 18.
Before the age of 18.
You were at your parents up until 18, right?
Yes.
Okay, when you turned 18, was that something that automatically immigration granted without? I'm just trying to find out, my brother. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to grill you in
I,
any way. I
I,
don't want you to think that.
no, no, it's okay. I believe I'm supposed to go do the paperwork. But like I explained to you, I didn't know about the law until I got in trouble, until I got in immigrations. That what I'm telling you now, when I was running the streets, I didn't know nothing about that. Is when I got locked up in immigrations, I start going to the library, start bumping head with a lot of different peoples, and and that's when I start learning about the law. That's when I start knowing that's when I have knowledge. If I had the knowledge when I was 18, I would have been a citizen. I would never put myself in that predicament to get deported.
Wow.
I didn't know about, I didn't know about the law until I got in trouble.
Wow. Mr. Jean says Marie he is not a U.S. citizen because he never applied for the citizenship certificate. That is why he keep renewing his green card. Many Haitians failed to do so and lost the benefits.
I could understand what he say, but in my mind, I don't think it's never too late. I understand what I never signed in. Yes, that's I never signed in. Okay, this is what I want to share with you. When I was in the mix, I understand what Gene just saying. I never went and signed in for to the immigration. I never did the paperwork. So
Okay.
now, if I did the paperwork, I would have been straight. But I did
Yeah.
not do the paperwork.
Well, we
But
know in the U.S., my brother, paperwork, everything is black and white. Everything is very, very structured. Okay. And one of the things that is a must we do is be responsible and not allow deadlines to come for certain things, which would put us in harm's way. So if you know you're supposed to file the paperwork,
I didn't know. I didn't know.
should
I
you
didn't
have
know.
done that?
Like I say, everything that I'm telling you, the knowledge that I have right now, I didn't have it. I got knowledge when I got into immigration and start doing library works. I start going to the library and find out about the law. Before I got in trouble, I didn't know nothing about that. I'm
Wow.
good. I got a green card. I'm running the streets. I didn't know nothing about the right citizenship through my dad. I didn't know that. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. If I knew that I was supposed to go derive my citizenship, then I would have did it. But I didn't know. My knowledge is out when I got in trouble. That's when I started learning about the law. I supposed to derive citizenship. What Gene said, I could agree with him. I never signed because I asked my sister. My sister is a U.S. citizen. My sister is older than me. My sister is a U.S. citizen, but she didn't take the test. She told me she didn't take the test. She went down there and derived the citizenship. She's in the
Mm.
state. She don't get in trouble now. Don't get me wrong. She never got in trouble. My sister don't have a record, but she a citizen, but she derived the citizenship through my dad.
Okay. And it was the one of the reasons why I believe you have it, because from going through immigration myself, if you traveled into the US underage to a parent which is a US citizen, you do automatically get US citizenship rights. However, one of the things I do not know about is how do you do that if you weren't in the US when your parent became a US citizen? So that could very well be the biggest thing with you. So when your sister went into immigration, was there any special paperwork that needed to be filed by her? Did your father need to include her in anything? Share
No,
that to. Mhm.
she went and did it herself. I believe she did the N600. She did the N600. She the N600 application.
Okay, so there is there is a level of responsibility on your part that has to be done in order for you to gain that citizenship. Do you agree?
Exactly. I didn't do my part. Put it like this. I trying to do my
Mm.
part when I got in trouble, and it was like, to be honest with you, the people know that I'm a U.S. citizen that still send me back to Haiti. And like I said, I met somebody in immigration. His case, almost me and him had almost the same case. I got deported. He get his passport. Now me and him keep chit chat a little bit. We never lose contact. But he telling me what to do, what not to do. So that's the route I'm gonna take because I'm happy that you have me on live. You have me on the show, trying to have somebody to help me, trying to get somebody to assist me, whatever. At the end of the day, I got to do something for me to get back over there. I got to, step my game up to get back over there. I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna like wait on somebody.
Have you filed applications through U.S. Custom, through INS, through Immigration Custom Enforcement? Have you went through ICE? Have you gotten in contact with them? Are you making your voice known? Are you submitting your petition to give
Okay,
yourself
well,
that chance and opportunity?
I'm working on the case though. I'm working on my case. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you what I'm doing, but I'm working on it. And I know the man upstairs is good. God is good all the time, and I'm working on my case. Hopefully that I get the green light to go over there. But I'm working on my case. I just got to get all the paperwork that they asked for. School transcript, all type of paperwork was. I'm not in the United States, so I have to go to the embassy now. I
Um,
have to go to the embassy. The embassy is the Department of State. The Department of State, if what they ask me for, and if I could bring all the paperwork that I need, they will recognize me as a citizen. That's what my
what's stopping you from
I'm
doing
like I
that?
said, I'm working on the case. I gotta get some paperwork first because I don't have a green card. I can't, but they know that I have a green card. I don't have a green card no more. I can't show them the green card. But the people, the American people, I mean the American government, ICE, they know that I had a green card. So I have to go with the transcript, high school and
Hmm.
middle school transcript. So I'm having a hard time getting that paper. But soon, in a couple of months, I soon go to the embassy and apply for a passport. That's my next step.
Hmm. I encourage you to get that done, especially while your father is still alive.
Still
Make
alive,
sure
exactly.
that, if the situation being what it is, he is the only alive parent which could be there to represent you and actually push for you, and you can also have your sister too that could be there to vouch for you that was also in the same situation. So your sister automatically she got U.S. citizenship because your father is was a naturalized citizen.
No, she had to go sign. She had to go fill out the paperwork, which I did not do. You can't sit back and like you automatically gonna be a U.S. citizen. You have to do the paperwork. I didn't do the paperwork. My sister went and doing her paperwork.
Is it too late for you to do the paperwork, especially under the administration and under some of the tough situations that we have with immigration? Do you think it is too late for you to actually submit that information? Is there a timeline for it? Is there a time
I don't know.
which
That,
you
that I don't
you haven't
know.
looked into that?
That I don't know. That I don't know. I just got to prove them whatever the law say. I just got to prove them that I got all the paper, the I-320, the 320, and 320, whatever the law say. I'm got to make sure that I have all the paperwork that are needed to go back to the states or to get a passport or to get a U.S. certificate.
Wow. All righty, my brother. 1 second, we're gonna go to the audience and see if you all have some questions. Mr. Sim, you've carried 10 people, and you all who are watching, if you've yet to become a subscriber, kindly hit that subscribe button. And also, don't forget to give this live a like. Give the live a like. Justin Perpetin. You've carried 20 people, 20 people. Thank you so, so very much, Justin. Thank you. You are not a naturalized, you are not naturalized, you are not a USC. Wow. So basically, those are F1 felonies. I'm not sure because every state have different every state have different sayings and different ways of identifying the law. Growing up in Texas, I don't know what F1 is. Um, Stallion, you've carried 5 people, 5 people. It says, hello, my sexy you girl. Work for AT. Oh, thank you so, so very much. Thank you. At what age did he commit his crimes? From Oswald J. Abon, pronounced bien aimé. At what age did you commit your crime?
19, 20, in the 20s, early 20s.
19, early 20s, okay? Jill, aka MMA Fan 3, says, and yes, if you are naturalized, you can be decentralized for certain infractions, specifically bad moral character, pre-nuts that wasn't disclosed. Okay. Scrawny Cooper, does he have family in Haiti? Do you have family in Haiti?
Yeah, of course I have family in Haiti. Yes, I have family in Haiti.
Okay. Now bring you up to date a little bit because you have been in Haiti for 10 years. Kind of let people know what have you been doing in Haiti? What have life been like for you being deported to a country where you may have family, but if you're someone like myself, you don't know your family. You just coming in and you starting your this is a new chapter that you started it. You've been at this chapter for 10 years. What has it been like? What's that transition like?
It's been rough. Like I said, when I came to Haiti, I'm from Miami, and it was a lot of people from Miami that got deported. A lot of them right now is dead. God bless my friend None is dead. I have some people I don't want to say their name. They got killed in Haiti. You know what I mean? Haiti is like hell. I don't know nothing about Haiti. That I got sent over there, but this is my country. It's like hell in Haiti. People, it's no word how to explain it how it is in Haiti. You over there now, so you know Haiti is rough.
Mm.
It is not a place to be. It's easy to get killed in Haiti. It's easy to like people hating on you in Haiti, even though if you ain't got nothing, people hate on you just because a simple fact you was in the United States, you had an opportunity, you let her go, then you come over here in Haiti and suffering with them. People will
Mm.
hate you. So
Mm.
Haiti is rough, man. It's like hell in Haiti, and it's not a place. It's not somewhere else. I wish anybody get. I'm not. I don't want no like a lot of people that's watching this right now. That's in the states. That running around. The young buck, whatever, man. Get your paper. Do the right thing. Go to work. Don't try to be in my position. Don't try to be in my shoes and mess around and get deported to Haiti. Cause coming to Haiti, coming from United States and go to Haiti is like from 100 to zero negative. So you don't want that. I don't wish that on nobody to get deported. I don't want to see I don't want to see no Haitians, you Haitians that's in the United States that looking at this live right now. Man, do the right thing, man. Try not to get deported back to Haiti, man. This ain't the place to be. You will regret it. Just like I'm regretting now, you will regret it. You don't want to be in Haiti.
Well, one of the things about Haiti is I was recently deported back to Haiti, and I guess I embrace it in two different ways. The security level in our country is one thing which keeps you somewhat, confused as to what daily life is like. However, it is all about how you embrace it, Mr. 18, and the people which you have around you, okay? Haiti is a beautiful place. And I know it can be depressing, but as a deportee myself, I want to tell you to live in the present. Focus more on the asset which you are to your country and not focus on just the bad. Utilize what you have, which is one thing as a deportee I am big on pushing into the community. Let's not look at what Haiti can do for us, but what can I do for my country? Because there is absolutely a reason why you are here. You are able to live in Haiti. Haiti don't have the security, and it may not offer the opportunities that the US have. However, I'm in Haiti and I'm alive and I am doing awesome things in Haiti, especially in my community. So try and look at things from a positive aspect because positivity attract positivity. You get what I'm saying?
I hear you. Yes.
And I do know and I admit that life in Haiti can be hard. You see, my channel is called Life in Haiti. However, know that Haiti is not the most secure place, but in America things can happen to you. It is not something that it is just in Haiti. People die every day in America just as they die every day in Haiti. So before you leave, I am praying that when you do leave, you don't just turn around and never look back and assist Haiti because the time that you are here in Haiti, there's something here for you to learn and for you to do. Do you agree?
I agree.
Okay. You got to apply yourself positively into the community because believe it or not, I believe that it is people like you and I that could very well put our heads together and be a powerful shape for this country because you know how the school system's supposed to go. There's so much One of the biggest blessings I got in this lifetime was being raised in the US and coming back into my country. That was all I needed on this side of the earth to conquer the world in Haiti. So with everything going on in Haiti, I know that I was blessed with the gift, the understanding, the knowledge, the education to be able to live in Haiti, and not only live in Haiti, but to be an asset to my community. You get what I'm saying? And I
Yes.
think, yes, it is frustrating to be in Haiti. However, I want you to embrace being a part of your community as a deportee in Haiti. Humility before honor says, as far as I know, citizens are not deported yet, but it may change if a certain party gets its way. Wow. Gene says, born in US is different, Marie. That's automatic. But if you are a beneficiary, the must file for the certificate. Otherwise, you still have residency card and must renew. Otherwise, you will be illegal. So that was the number one issue, is that you did not file for the citizenship. So now you know all you have to do is file for that citizenship. I'm not sure, can you do it online? Okay.
What, like I say, I have to go to the U.S. embassy and apply for. That's what my friend told me. Is a Asian dude I was in the immigration with. He told me what you have to do is get all the paperwork that you need, go to the embassy, and apply for a U.S. citizen passport. The embassy is Department of State. The Department of State will recognize me as a citizen. That's what he told me. You know,
Hmm.
I never, I never had a lawyer. I talked to a few lawyers when I was in immigration that told me I'm a citizen, but I still end up getting deported.
Wow. Hmm.
Only God,
Guyane is done. Mm-hmm.
only
I'm
God.
sorry.
Now I was saying
What
only
you,
God. I leave it to the hand of the Lord.
it will. And I hope that my prayer is that you do get that taken care of, and you get that justice in which you deserve, my brother, because it is a shock. It's a different way of living, but everything happens to us for a reason.
For
And
real.
I pray that, like myself, you vow to not get in trouble again, and you do get that second opportunity. And maybe then when you come back into Haiti, you look at things different, or when you go back to the state, you would appreciate the opportunity there a whole lot more, right?
Exactly.
Hmm. Guyanese doll says, I came to the US under my mom's passport. I was a child. From there, I have my naturalization certificate. Wow. My sister Kay says, share your comments and your likes as well. Tell the world about LIH with Marie. Subscribe. So you all also have a second channel, which is called Life LIH Voice. Kindly, you all, share LIH Voice with others and head there. You have my permission. Well, I have 113 watching. Pause and head there, or after this live, head there, you all, and subscribe for free. I am just starting the channel, and it is to bring you content like this, which is more on a scale that's not in reference directly to Haiti, but bringing fulfilling content on on the different international level, which is not directly related to Haiti, on LIH Voice. So kindly, you all visit LIH Voice and definitely subscribe there. Haitian Warrior King says you can lose your U.S. citizenship to a green card, and the next time you go back to prison, they will ship you out. Wow. Wow. Okay. Sam Charles says if he was over 18 at the time, it doesn't matter. If his dad was a citizen at the time, he got to get it on his own. Sam Charles, he was at the you were 13, right, when your dad was a citizen.
I was 11. I was 13 when I came to the States.
Okay. Your application without your knowledge, it can be revoked for fraud. How old was he when you came into the U.S.? 13. Sister to Sister says, under the statute of immigration, citizenship, it can be taken away from the severity of the crimes. Felony is a moral no, and if you're not born in the U.S., you can be kicked out. Wow. You can be deported as a permanent resident, and you all know that because I have stood. I know that I've been through that. Just because you have legal status doesn't mean that you cannot be deported. The House of Clips, welcome. It says it's a privilege, so they can take it away. Many people have trusted bad attorneys and preparers to handle their cases and end up in trouble. Yes, he was 12. Permanent residency can be taken away. He was not a U.S. citizen to derive citizenship. The status must be changed. Junior Bassin says, when you move to the U.S., did your father sign your citizenship certificate for you? If not, you can only be deported because it was never official. Do you know? Well, you said you did not know if he signed that information, that certificate. Did he sign it for you?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know that. I don't know. I don't know. But what I know is my dad was a citizen then when it got me when I was 13. This is what I know. I don't know if he signed a citizen certificate. I don't know how they go. I don't know. That I don't know. And that's a good question I need to know because next time I talk to my dad, I think that's where the problem could be at. Somewhere around there.
Mm.
If I had to do it
Sis-
myself or my dad had to do it for me. I don't know. That's where the problem could be at.
hmm. Sister to Sister says, if a child has derivative citizenship, he would have left Haiti with a U.S. passport. So I don't know. He is confused. I don't think he have a case. Yes, he can legally get his citizenship through his father if he is under 18 without sitting a citizenship test. However, it is not automatic. Wow. Come on, guys, get the likes up. It's free from Mr. Stallion. Thank you so
I
much.
like the comments though. I like to hear
Uh-huh.
the comments.
Everybody, have a different point of view. Caroline
Right.
said this guy broke the law several times. People, the USA will not accept him back. Wow.
People in the US,
Um, Mr. Sun Sizzle 912 says, I was locked up in ICE. It's a lot of dudes who think they're a US citizen. He needs to realize. Wow, it's a complicated situation. But one of the things that I can share with you during my stay at immigration is that the U.S. does everything that they can to make sure that they do not make the mistake of deporting someone who is a U.S. citizen. I know even myself in my situation, when I was facing deportation, however, my parents identify as U.S. citizens. One of the big things was that they had to make sure that they did not deport me, and I had every right to claim citizenship, okay? Because they brought me in from Haiti. In my case, My parents became a U.S. citizen right after I turned 18, which removed me out of the benefits of being able to get that derived citizenship because I was already legally an adult. I had to do it for myself. However, for someone who is under 13, under 18, I had the impression that it is something automatic, but as we are seeing with your case, it is different. So thank you so much, Stallion. You've carried five people, five people. Thank you so very much. And Mr. Seal, you carried 10 people, 10 people. Thank you so very much for your continuous love and support of life in Haiti. Thank you so much. Mr. Sunfizzle, you can get in contact with me and we will talk. You can get in contact with me. Robin Blackman, you've carried five people, five people. Thank you so very much. Thank you for the love and support from each and every one of you all. So before sounds like his dad dropped the ball. His father becoming U.S., he should have automatically become. The 5 year starts in Haiti, not the U.S. Tizo, hello, Miss Marie. Miss Natty, yes, it's automatic if you're a minor. Natty Slim feels how I feel, that it is automatic if you are a minor that you should get U.S. citizenship. So what I encourage you to do, my brother, since you are over the age of 25 in your early 30s, is to continue to fight for the paperwork, continue to file, get in contact with people to see exactly who can assist you in this. If anybody works for immigration who is watching, are sorts of different people I come across, anyone you all that think they could assist him. Let's not all be judgmental looking into the surface. Who knows? Maybe that mistake did take place, that someone who could have claimed citizenship was wrongly deported, was wrongly deported. BNMS says the bottom line is he did his crimes after 21 and he didn't apply for citizenship. That's on him. He lost the ability to derive the citizenship from Section 320 of the INA Act once he turned 18. Wow. Junior, if someone provides false information to an N is later discovered. Wow. The observation says white people will do whatever they want in their white rule system. If you don't have a lot of money to afford a top-notch lawyer, you will do whatever they say you can do. Wow. After you turned 18, you should have applied for regular processing of the N400. Kindly, you all hit that like button. Hit the like button if you've yet to do so. Squarney Cooper, unfortunately, they don't care if you don't know the law. Wow. You have to apply for the citizenship, J.O. says. Sorry, my brother, you still don't know the law. Very sad situation. So tell us, before we come to an end, tell us a little bit of what is your present life like, and what are you doing right now?
What I'm doing right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As far as what I'm doing to working on my case, I'm just trying to
What
get
are
all
you
my
doing
paperwork.
with your life right now? What are you?
Oh,
I
what I'm
know
doing
one
with
of
my
your
life.
big things to do is to get out of
Okay.
Haiti. But
I'm
what
not
are you doing? Where are you living? Share that. Where are you living?
okay.
What do you have going on?
Okay. When I got to Haiti 2011, I see how Haiti was, you know, and I felt like that was in my type of party. So I crossed the border. Like a year later, I crossed the border. I went to the DR, Dominican Republic, So from back then, I was like in Haiti sometime. I'm in DR sometime. I'm in Haiti sometime. So DR got me going. DR had my back. DR lift me up. I know a lot of people gonna be, oh, Dominican this, Dominican that, and I don't like. I don't appreciate when people talk bad about Dominicans because if it wasn't for Dominican Republic, I could have been dead in Haiti. I got chopped up in. My boy got killed in Haiti, and my best choice after my homeboy. This is the guy. Me and him came from the same place in Miami. Got killed. He got stabbed in the neck. He was a deportee, just like me. We was on the same plane, came to Haiti. We was rolling together. We was going everywhere together. But I told him, listen, man, I'm going to DR because I don't like that type of party they're having in Haiti. I went to
Mhm.
DR. I didn't last 3, 4 months. My boy I left back in Haiti got killed. So if I did the same thing he did, I could have got being killed in Haiti too. Cause I feel like Haiti ain't no place to be. So me personally, I spend a lot of. I've been there 10 years. I could say out of the 10 years back and forward, I spend more time in DR than in Haiti.
Mhm. So it's cool that you brought up that situation because I have a few of my peoples who get concerned for me and ask me to go to DR. However, I do hear some of the bad reports in bad ways which Haitians are treated.
But I never get that
First, I
type of
want to
treatment.
ask, have you witnessed Haitians being mistreated there? And be honest.
I could speak for myself. I can speak for somebody else. People that I'm around, people that's people that got deported, people from the states like deportees, just like me, that I'm down with, that I'm friend with, they don't get the bad treatment. Some people call it. I don't know. I can't speak for nobody else, man. I never had a problem with no Dominicans over here. I never get mistreated. They always help me. They treat me good. No, I told you I've been there since 2012. I've been in DR back and forth to Haiti since 2012. I have so many Dominican friends. I could go anywhere. I don't have no problem with Dominicans. And not everything you see on TV is real. I'm not going to sit here and talk bad about Dominicans. Dominican help me out a lot. Things that a Dominican do for me in DR, Haitian will never do it for me. So you got to understand the things that I always get Dominicans to help me in DR, but I don't never get no Haitians to help me in DR. But I'm not going to sit here and talk bad about Dominicans because they ain't never did nothing to me. The whole time I've been here, I never had a problem with no Dominicans.
Wow.
So
So let
it's
me ask, what is it that DR offers, okay, outside of some security that Haiti does not offer, okay?
a lot, a lot. When you in DR, it's like let's say I'm in DR right now. I speak proper English. I could get a job like this. I could leave this job, go to another job. What job you gonna get in Haiti? Huh? You don't get no job in Haiti. In DR, I could go. I could do all type of work, all kind of work. I could work in the call center. I could work in the hotel. I could work eh, on the beach. There's a lot of tourists that speak English that need people to translate. I could be a tour guide. I could be, there's a lot of opportunity in DR, and they don't have that in Haiti.
Mhm.
The Haitians, when the Haitians see me, they're like, oh, that's a deportee. That's a deportee. Next I say on deportee. When Dominicans see me, they're trying to embrace me. They're trying to learn the English that I got. That's the difference between the Haitians and the Dominicans. The Dominicans, when
Mhm.
they see me, They know I'm from the state. They know I came from Miami. They know I speak English. They're trying to learn that English that I got. They're trying to be my friend. But the Haitian in Haiti, they know I got deported. They feel like, oh, this man had an opportunity. He threw it away. I don't like this man. I wish he would never. That's what they're wishing on me. He would never go back to Haiti. He would never go back to the States. He has his chance. Now this is my chance now. You had your chance. Now it's my chance now. See, the Haitians, the problem is with us Haitians. It's not with the Dominicans. Because the Dominicans do what they gotta do. When you in DR, I could get a job. I could leave this job. I go to another job. I could go anywhere and work because I speak English. But when you in Haiti, you speak English. They don't look. They look like you just a deported. That's it.
Explore Miami. You've carried 10 people, 10 people. Thank you so very much, my brother, for your continuous love and continuous support of life in Haiti. Thank you so very much. Wow. So what would you like to see change in Haiti? What would you like to see change? Because I do
What I
have a
want.
problem seeing some of our brothers and sisters of Haitian descent so
Let
distant from Haiti.
let
Okay.
me
However,
let
I
me.
understand your point of view. What do you think needs to change in Haiti? And myself, I remember saying, okay, I want to see this and that, but how can you apply yourself towards that change? What do you think needs to change in Haiti? Or are you one that just don't want nothing to do with whatever's going on in Haiti?
Haiti, Haiti, Haiti is never going to change because everybody in Haiti is corrupted. Everybody, not one person not corrupt. Everybody, everybody. Haiti will never change because as black people, we killing each other. That's what we like. We can't see that the white man send gun to Haiti to kill each other. We can't see that. How many times you see a white man get? I mean, how many times you see a bourgeois get kidnapped in Haiti? Never, never. Only thing we do in Haiti is killing each other. That been going on before I was born. It's getting worse and worse. Haiti will never change. We kill our own president, man.
I rebuke that in the name of Jesus, my brother. I do not stand in agreement with you on that one. We will rise again. Don't count us out, okay? It ain't gonna
We
be no easy fight, but devil get behind me, okay? Because I am a Haitian woman and I stand proud to be a Haitian. And
I
it's
understand.
not gonna be easy, but I do believe Haiti will rise again. And I'm in the cut. I live here. I ain't running from here. I could easily be a woman and be afraid of being here. And I'm dealing with it. I know it's not easy, but don't give up. Don't give up. We will
Uh,
rise again. We
they
will.
give
It
up
ain't
on
going it's
themselves.
not going to be easy. C'est pas un bagay k'ap fait vite comme ça. Bon, ti créole. Li pa fait vite, mais c'est un bagay comme haïtien nous-mêmes, c'est un bagay nous connaît pour nous toujours camper sous ça. Nous pas qu'à dire que
Okay,
pays a
okay.
détruit net. Si le pays a détruit net, qui côté nous pour aller? Hold
How
on
long
a
you been
second.
in
Hold on. That's a great subject. Let me tell you. What I will do is bring you back and we will discuss another subject, okay? Because we're
Right.
going all the way and it is an awesome subject and it is worth discussing, okay? One of the things we as Haitians are to do wherever we are, whatever the situation is, we must continue to represent Haiti because corruption is everywhere. What we need is law and order. If you think US doesn't have corruption, you must not be on earth. But there is a limit as to what they can do because there is people there who would make sure that you abide under the law. That is what we need in Haiti. You will always have corrupted individuals. I'm not crazy to think that just because we fix Haiti, you're still not gonna have somebody under the rug doing dirt. Okay? So but one of the things for sure, I stand in agreement that Haiti will rise again. Don't count us out. And I say this all the time. My
Me,
sister Frida's hold on one second. Frida says, hello, Marie. Frida Jackson from Dallas, Texas in the house. Love what you are doing, lady. Peace and love, little sister. You've carried 10 people, 10 people. Thank you so, so very much, my sister, for your love and definite support of life in Haiti. So I know I have some comments. I may not be able to get to all of them. Nowadays, you can get rich as long as you have internet and a computer. You don't have to be in the US to make money. Great advice, young JoJo. So you do not have to just limit yourself. For other deportees who are watching, do not limit yourself and do not think that the sole place for you to live at is the US for you to survive. Do I miss the US? Of course. My family, my children are in the US. However, I am able to live outside of the US and lead a normal life. And I honestly think more people don't need to be deported, but we need more people with the knowledge, the awareness, more people like you and I coming into this country with a heart for humanity, with compassion, with that love. We need it in our community because if I can lead by example, just maybe I will die off on someone else and will help. Maybe someone will learn from me. Maybe someone will start wanting what this girl have. You ever been around somebody that had something and you say, wow, it's not that this girl is the prettiest girl, but it's something about her walk. It's in the way she talks. It's her confidence level. This is a woman that I like to learn something from. That's it. Be that young man in this community, all right, that someone look up to you for mentorship, that someone wants to be like you because of what you are doing, which it will continue to multiply itself. If I change one life, if I inspire one person on earth, I've done my part, because that one, my prayer is that it continues. Stallions. You've carried 5 people, 5 people. Let AT know I work for him. You hear that, AT? Stallion
say that
say,
again.
let you know.
Okay.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Berna says, I rebuke every spirit of defeat off your life, brother. You shall not die. You shall live to declare the glory of the Lord in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you so, so very much, Berna. So if you've yet to subscribe, you all kindly hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Please share this live, you all. Immigration is a very complex situation. Lone Wolf says he's to be denaturalized by USA. You either obtain your citizenship to fraudulent means, hid criminal activities from immigration, or committed treason against the United States. He is lying. Lone Wolf, you carry 10 people, 10 people. Thank you so, so very much for your love and support of life in Haiti. Um, he's not claiming he didn't do anything bad, you all. He claims he did something bad, but in the middle of it, he's claiming that he have U.S. citizen parents that is a U.S. citizen, and under them, he definitely should have been able to be saved. Okay. So before we go, you all, AT, Is there
Right.
any last words that you would like to conclude the show with? Anything you'd like to share?
Uh, I'm for everybody that was here, I want to say thank you. Everybody that had a comment, thanks for coming on the show. Describe, you know, I'm happy. I mean, I'm happy. I hear the negativity. I hear the positive. But at the end of the day, I gotta do for me. I gotta put in the work, trying to get back in the United States. Even if I go back to the United States, I have to come back to Haiti or come back to DR, make a difference. But I'm the one that gotta put in work. You know what I mean? To go back in the United States. I'm trying to get back to the state because I believe that I am a U.S. citizen. I know my case. I derived citizenship through my dad, and this is what I'm gonna do. Trying to get back in the states, and I gotta do for me. Nobody else gonna do it for me but me. And thank you, Marie, for having me on the show. I appreciate everything. Okay.
Anytime, my brother. It is one of the biggest joy for me and to assist others and to be able to assist you with what you are saying. And I know there's a lot in the clouds with it. But if we get to the root of it, simply with what you are sharing, I do believe that you have a case. What you need is somebody to be willing to passionately fight for you. So I
Exactly.
tell my last advice to you is to not give up. Continue to push, okay? Because
Right.
unless you try, you never know.
Unless you try, you will never know. Exactly.
That's right.
Push it to the limit.
Alrighty. Scrawny, you've carried five people sending happy thoughts. Thank you so very much. Jill, aka MMA fan, three great stream. You've carried three people. Thank you so very much. Thank you all so much for the love, for the support, for tuning in. One of the things I want you all to learn from this stream is the people who are at home watching, the youth, the young ones, many people who are running to escape, the adults who are filing for their children coming out of Haiti. Be sure that these children are well aware of their status. Children, know that you are not an American, and at any time, nothing is permanent and things are able to change. And once you get in that change system, it can definitely take years to get your voice heard and to get the justice in which you deserve. I thank each and every one of you all tonight for joining me live. I pray that, my brother, you do get that situation taken care of and get to the bottom of it. Please share the live with others. Immigration is a very sensitive subject. It is a subject which I love and am passionate about. Share the live with others, you all. And if you know anybody which could assist this young man, kindly get back with me. You all have my phone number. Please do so. Kindly like, share, and definitely subscribe to Life in Haiti. And until next time, be kind. Tell somebody you love them. Be great. Believe in yourself. See you all soon. Thank you, my brother. You have a blessed one.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me on the show. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Till next time.
Okay. Thank you.